Good evening. This is Kuro. This is actually the last game we played in the clan brawl. Going over the matchmaking. They have an Atlanta or Alabama super test, Cleveland Cossack, a terrible and triple or double Akazuki Low Yang. This being our last game, we have a very, let's just say, a meme-worthy comp. We just grab ships that we wanted to play. I was still having a good time in the Cossack, so I just kept running what I was, had before. And I mean, this is cuter in a nutshell. Um, we do this kind of stuff a lot, and we just adapt on the fly. And the idea is we've got a Lightning and a Kutuzov pushing into B-Cap. They're just going to be the holding force, the rest of the team sailing up here to A-Cap. And this game really is decided by this right here. And this is why I do not believe that this should be in the game at all. And if you're looking, you're going to watch this thing keep shifting further and further over. Huh. I wonder where that enemy team could be. And I'm already telling my team, I think these guys are almost assuredly 100% on C. So just taking a look, because I mean, a lot of people just changed their ships, and I want to make sure that when I'm calling people out on the mini map that I'm using the right name. For example, our Atago player, he had been playing Amagi for us all night. Our Chapio player had been in our Baltimore all night. Uh, everything just kind of got mixed up with this game. So, wanted to make sure that, the mini map and the names in my head were correct. And at this point, you see, we already know the game's up. We know exactly where they're at, and we're just going to go and envelop them. Now, originally, my intent was to push with the Kiev and let the Kiev basically just blast the hell out of anything that I spot. And it doesn't really work out that way. He's going to kite back, and the team's actually going to fall back to B-Cap. And I'm just going to keep sailing up here, and I'm eventually going to get behind him. We're yelling at our useless Atago player, razzing him about being so far out of the battle. But you can see here just how one ship having RPF completely blew this entire ambush. I'm gonna pause it right here. They just got spotted. Okay, take a look at how fast we just folded right on their team. Now, yes, Cuter is it's a very experienced competitive clan, and yes, when we react quickly to things. But this isn't right. You should not be able to, before these guys were even spotted, we already had, we were already capping B, and we were already well on our way to rolling this team right up. And I think that that's an issue in the game. Now here, I see that they're making a smoke play for their Cleveland, and I'm guesstimating he's gonna stop about there in the smoke. And at this point, the Cleveland radar, I'm not gonna turn and rejoin my team. It's a destroyer brawl, and this is where it gets interesting, because we've got cruisers and stuff back here to shore up our DDs that are gonna fight down here. Instead, all of these DDs, they need to have all their firepower down here. That's going to open up CCAP. So, like the video I did with the game against Yikes, destroyers, they're little hellions running all around the map. Well, we've got 3 DDs in this game, and I'm going to be that little hellion. And my intent is to backcap C and try to pull ships out of the fight down here and force them to come back to C. Points are already swinging heavily in our favor. I just landed 2 torps, something still flooding. Now we are about to lose our Kutuzov. Kutuzovs are useless ships anymore these days. I'll get into that if you've got questions why I say that, but leave it in the comments and I'll let you know what's going on. There's the Cleveland. Turns out I torped one of the Akazukis, one of the Clevelands, and I believe the Cleveland ticked for 1 flood for quite a while. And here I'm just calling target for my team. Throwing some torpedoes out there. Don't want this guy to turn and rush into me. But if he does, he's low enough HP that I'm just gonna gun him down by the. He's got 2 unrepairable fires on him right now anyway. So I'm just, biding my time, and my team's finally able to put him down. And here, just playing safe. I want to get this cap, and we've stalled their points at 463. If you look, even right now, we win this game in 4 minutes, 12 seconds. When this cap flips, watch what happens to that timer. This is the importance of cap control. Okay, they just stepped on B cap, so they're at 8 minutes. We're back down to under 4 minutes. And they're stalled out. They have a low yang tied up here on C cap, or B cap, excuse me. Now, looking at the mini-map, I'm going to pause it again here. We've got the Cossack, we've got the Low Yang, we've got the Alabama. I've got 2 things that I don't know where they're at. It's this Akizuki, and it's this Terrible. And the question is, which is coming back to cap? Again, RPF is telling me that there's a DD, coming in this direction. At this point, he could be one of 2 ways, and I'm going to sail around until I isolate him back over here. I know that this Akizuki is probably not going to go to A cap. The reason why I say that is because by the time the Akizuki gets all the way out here and caps this, his DPM is out of the fight for so long, they've probably for sure lost here. These destroyer heavy comps, you need to have your DPM in the fight, and Akizuki makes up a huge part of that. So I'm expecting this Akizuki to either be smoked up in here, and you can see the shots here that there's something here right there smoked up. That's the Akizuki. You can see RPF is telling me, okay, it's the Terrible. I'm looking at the HP, I'm looking at my HP. Okay, here we go. 14 versus 18. Now, the secret to fighting a Terrible. I'm going to walk you through it. I'm going to slow this down because you don't get many 1v1 destroyer brawls. I pop my speed boost. I don't even know what the hell that is. But he just popped his reload booster. You saw how fast he started shooting? I instantly smoked up. F that, I am not gonna sit here and try to trade in those circumstances, because that reload booster gives him pretty much the best DPM in the tier. Instead, he just wasted it. You know, if it were me, I would have been trying to blind shoot into the smoke to at least get something out of it. He opted not to, um, and it's it, it's well down now. I'm throwing some torpedoes out there just to, um, you know, maybe get lucky. He's spamming his torpedoes all over the place, and it's a smart move. You've got them on the boat, get them off. They might become important for the upcoming fight. Now, without his reload booster, his DPM is far, far reduced and much more easy for me to be able to pick this fight. Now, I do have Hydro available, and I'm pushing up here, and I'm gonna make a decision. Which way do I go? I'm cheating this way, but if I see that he's distracted or that he's looking this way, I might duck back here and take advantage of the situation. Now I see that his torpedoes he's launched here, so I'm thinking his guns might be facing this way, and that's why I'm going this way. You see him launching again. Okay, I'm on him. Now I specifically, was looking for that because if you look, his guns are rotating. He knows I'm over here now, but it's going to take him a moment to get his guns into the fight. You can see they're turned. They're still turned. I've got this guy. He's outmaneuvered, and I'm going to finish him off. He's got his back guns on target. His front guns are still in, just now getting onto me. But it's too late. If you want to be good at fighting destroyers, the devil is in the details. And it's those little things like that that will win you the fight. Knowing that my turrets turn faster than his. Using the ability, okay, he's launching torps here. That most likely means he has not Control-X'd and locked his guns to the opposite side of his ship. His guns are on the side that he just torped. Now, so there's a lot of really good information there in that destroyer fight. Now here, we're 3v3. You can see the difference in the cap control that we've had over the course of the game. Our Lightning got spotted before he could get away. He's a slow boat. They were able to run him down, finish him off before he could smoke up. And my Atago just ate a bunch of torps. Things are looking a little dire. This could turn quickly into a 1v3 because they've got a smoked up Akazuki just raining on my Atago. My Atago, I almost guarantee, doesn't have DCP right now. I know that there's likely going to be a destroyer chasing the Atago trying to spot him. It's going to be the Cossack. I'm not interested in fighting him. He's got more HP than me, plus he has an Akazuki backing him up. But again, why this should not be in the game, RPF is telling me this very low HP Akazuki is right here. And this is so unfair. As soon as I sniffed onto this track, this is how I'm going to win the game. Boom. Took a second, aimed my shots. Akazuki goes down. Now, again, RPF, switches. I'm not going to give these guys any chance to intercept me. I am, running for the hills. I've got an island between them and me, and I'm just going to keep right on running. They're not shooting at my... Well, they are starting to shoot at my Atago, so I'm just throwing some torps out there. Maybe I catch the Cossack as he's trying to chase the Atago to spot him. But at this point, we are in full retreat, and we've got 1 second left, and this game is going to be the end. And this game was won on RPF. Uh, if we had not had the information that this entire enemy team is south, this game would have, they probably would have been able to kill just the two ships we had down there pretty quickly and for fairly cheap, compared to what they did pay. By the time they got to the B cap area, uh, they started paying dearly. I mean, I torped the Cleveland, I torped an Akazuki, and that was just me. The rest of my team, was working over ships as well. And, you know, this skill, it's it's too much for this. It removes so much, potential for, randomized encounters out of the game. And RPF is in the game as long as it's in the game. As I said in my review of this skill, if it's in the game, I will continue to abuse it. But my thoughts on it are this skill, it's a wall hack. It should not be allowed. Um, I'm interested in seeing what you guys think about this. Um, Maybe you guys haven't seen how one of these games unfold. I don't know. But I did want to highlight this game. Number one for the one-on-one destroyer fight, and the discussion there. But again, a kind of spark a community-wide discussion about how healthy is RPF for the game. So let me know what you guys think. I hope you guys have a good night, and I will talk to you later.